So we are a team of media institution with Patrick Honnah. He's just from the Supreme Court. We'd like to say welcome to the media.
Thank you, I appreciate it, thank you.
So tell us, what's the message from up there, the Supreme Court?
Victory. The Supreme Court has upheld the ruling of the lower court. The Supreme Court has said that we can go ahead and do our broadcast. So it is clear. This is the final arbiter. We're going ahead to do our broadcast beginning. Once we set up, we're going ahead to do our broadcast.
So when exactly do we expect Punch FM to be on?
I wouldn't say. The first time when I put my bulletin up, so I wouldn't say now. When you hear. So let me keep that one secret.
So did the Supreme Court mandate the government to give you lesson?
I want to thank the Liberian people for their consistency, for their support, for their courage. Many of you here, many Liberians who are now here have been advocating for the opening of Punch. We all know the Supreme Court clearly talked about rights and how rights were violated. We all know very clearly that this was a political witch hunt. This was an opportunity to come after when people get power. And I want to say this, any other government, including the one I will support, never use power to come after other people, because any one of you could be trapped in this situation. This is going in the LLR, is going into the law book forever. This is going to be used as an unprecedented case for people to study. That once you're opening your business, regardless of your political side, you have the right to operate in your own country. And I'm hoping that people will benefit from this. I want to congratulate all Liberians for standing with us, standing by us. And I can assure you, top quality broadcast is coming up. You will tune in, you never tune off.
Could we say the ruling came out at the right time when we head into the elections?
Then I mean we see that one that you will see. And I 1 year to election, God does everything for the best.
What are you doing to also stop?
I will not tell that one else. I keep it.
What are you doing to also stop hindrance? I mean,
hindrance?
Escape some of these challenges again. Maybe it might come in the future. This is court matter. Other issues may
except this government does not honor the Supreme Court. But I want to say this: many people think licenses are assets, are tangibles that you can give like this and go operate. No. To offer a license for a radio station is just to give a letter. I pay for the license, you give me an authorization by notification. And once I have that notification, I can get my transmitter and program my frequency. I can bring my transmitter now and program my frequency on that license and operate today if I want to. So it's not something they have to give me so I can go ahead to broadcast. I'm not going to nobody.
So one night,
were you disappointed?
So one night, if the government assigned this particular frequency to another radio station?
So far they haven't. So it means that since they haven't, the frequency is mine. And the Supreme Court cannot rule in my favor and tell me that this is my legitimate frequency and the government decides to offer it. But I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to sue this government for damages. For 4 years, you should see the building that I acquired for this for my business. Everything, all the people who wanted to do business with me, everything went down in the drain. I will sue this government for damages. Government is continuity. Many people may be thinking the government will not pay here, the government will come, they will pay good money, and some of you will benefit from it.
In a 2 months what?
Plenty money.
Were you disappointed by the longevity of your case in court?
Well, I knew I was fighting strong hands, powerful hands. But as I said, we have to be consistent and believe in what we believe in. Anybody can chicken out when the race gets tough.
Do you anticipate that this thing?
I anticipated that I was going to fight very powerful people in power, strong hands. I anticipated that, but I also knew that I would have stood for a cause. Regardless, look, I did not mind what people said on radio. You listen to radio, you put you fall down inside for and today these very people will congratulate you. That's how life goes.
What singular this government are breaking about freedom of speech? What singular this show to them?
The Supreme Court embarrassed the government by its ruling today, and you need to get a copy of the ruling to read it. The Supreme Court said the government violated the right to speak out, and the Supreme Court quoted Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution. So I want to say this, that clearly it was a complete witch hunt, political marginalization. Those were the vices that brought the chaos in our country during the heydays of our war, and those vices were showing their heads up. I want to say that this ruling means a lot for all of us, all Liberians, because at the end of the day, you may not know, one way or the other, any one of you may want to open a business. And maybe there may be a government that you may not have supported, but you have a right to your country though. So when that happens, you always, or your lawyer will always refer to the case Government of Liberia versus Punch FM. It's going to be there in the LLR at the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law.
Don't you think Patrick Honnah is so powerful that government is afraid?
To handle very powerful, but they're scared of their own image. So because you want me to play my common Bukati and so that one you won't stop, but it coming up now.
All right, so thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for all the support, guys. Thanks.